what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Real, back with another review, man. Yo, this is Mayor of Kingstown, Season 2, Episode 2. And I know, I am late, so I am going to damn near double and triple up on these in an effort to hurry up and catch up with the actual series as it goes. So that way, I am up to date, and these will make more sense. Like, you'll watch this, and then we can start doing hot takes. So, I believe we are going to be on episode 4 by the time this is either released or it's going to come out right before episode 4. So, expect 2 more Mayor of Kingstowns, if not in one day, a day, and then a day right after that. You're going to get all 4. We're going to be caught up by Monday. Today's Saturday. I'm going to get us caught up by Monday, and then we could go from there. No, I won't be able to know when I'll get the Mayor of Kingstown out the following week, but we'll at least be caught up. So that's the plan. So now, this episode starts off with yet an even more brutal opening. Right? We just saw how episode 1 opened. I said, holy shit. There's a lot of murder and mayhem. Where do we go from here? Oh, that's right. How about more fucking murder and mayhem? So, again, we are in Tent City. Another maybe Crip, maybe Blood. I don't know. They're walking all the same color in the prison. He gets the fucking Gomer Pyle ass whooping in the bed, right? I believe that man's dead, yeah. But instead of a bunch of soap in a sack, it's some rocks, some stones, which is much more devastating. So, yeah, I'm going to go out on the ledge and say that man's dead. They beat the shit out of him over there with that. Yeah, they gave him that Gomer Pyle. Get your fat ass jelly donut. That movie was so good the first half. Second half was so shitty. Full Metal Jacket, that was the best, one of the best first halves of any movie. And it just went to complete shit that second half. Like, after the murder-suicide, it just went downhill. Matter of fact, anytime I watch that, I'm only watching the first. I'm sorry. I'm digressing. Y'all know how I do. But anyway, starts off with that ass whooping. I'm like, okay, that's pretty bad. I wouldn't want to be that. I wouldn't want to be laying down and get assaulted in my sleep. That's no fun. But then right after that, we have what I thought was a drive-by shooting. House full of people, partying maybe, drinking, chilling, kicking back. Look like a bunch of bloods in there. And then a drive-by. So I'm like, okay. They smoked a couple of dudes on the porch after some fires back. So I was like, damn, okay, the streets are still hot. I was ready for the next scene. I was not ready for what came next. I was like, did they stop the car? I said, are they getting out? I said, holy shit. They went in and proceeded to murder everything moving in the house. Women, children, men, mothers. It didn't fucking matter. I said, I'm just watching the gunfire go on from inside the house, and I just got my mouth open like, holy shit. This is wow. And then I see the girl come outside calling the police. I'm like, okay, one person made it, but then she gets shot in the head by the driver. And then the dude picks up the phone and tells the cops, if you come out here, we're going to fucking murder you too. I said, yo, what's to this show? This shit is a whole nother level of gangster. So now, after that fucking massacre, of course all the police show up, and of course they got to get Mike involved. Like, Mike, you got to see this. Like, shit has hit the fan. These is your people. Like, I don't know how Mike is the whisperer of all gangs. I don't know how this is solely on him, how he's the only one who can rectify this. And if they feel that way, they give him the most pushback I've ever seen. Like, it's fucking ridiculous at this point. But Mike goes in, and he's like, they're like, I don't know if you want to go in there, Mike. I ain't never seen no shit like this. Mike like, move, nigga. I seen everything. Goes in, and they like, did you see this before? And he's like, this is, it's a bit much. We see the cops in there throwing up and shit, weak stomach, people late. But you know what I had a problem with? I'm like, okay, I get it. If It's a surprise attack. So the dudes on the porch supposed to get murdered. Maybe even the people in the living room, right? As they try to figure out, holy shit, is the shooting done? And then the motherfucker busts through the door, shooting. For the life of me, can't understand how when you hear the gunshots in the house and you strapped yourself. I'm more mad at the dude that was in the kitchen that was dead. I'm like, bro, you behind it all. Like, you ain't throw no shots. Like, I was like, if it was a house full of bloods, these motherfuckers was underprepared. Like, did you not have a closet to hide in? Was there not a stash of weapons, a cache of weapons? It wasn't enough pushback for me. And then when Mike shows up, they follow a blood trail to behind the trash can, which was a great scene because they all nervous. They're like, holy shit, these are fresh. Like somebody made it out. Then they see the legs hanging behind the trash can. Like, oh, this motherfucker's still alive. They have no idea who's on the other side. Probably the shooter. He did drop a giant gun. We could put two and two together. Like, oh, okay, this is one of the people that did the murdering. And then Mike talked to him like, hey, I'm Mike. You know who I am? Dude like, yeah. He like, all right, so don't fucking shoot me. I'm like, I love Jeremy Renner as this Mike character. This might be my favorite role I've ever seen him in. Like, he is killing the shit. He is like, he's playing the irritated insomniac ass whooping vigilante, I guess. I don't know. He's not even like fighting crime or anything. He's just a badass mediator. Like, I don't know. But when he goes out there and he's telling dude, like, look, bro, he was like, man, and then dude's talking, we see his intestines sitting outside his body. I said, God damn, okay, they got somebody. I said, okay, cool. One enough for me, but they got one. Dude is realizing he's dead. And I gotta give it to him. He stood on his morals. It took him a while to fucking snitch. And he really didn't even do that. Mike kind of put it together like, y'all linked up with the Mexicans, right? Because where y'all get these guns from? It's only one group of people that got these type of guns. It's the Mexicans. So that's who y'all fucking with? Okay. So all he did was confirm Mike's allegations and let him know, like, because Mike really wants to know, like, who did this? Who put the hit out? And then when dude said nobody, that's the fucking problem. I'm like, wow, this shit has really went left. Now the cops that's overhearing this shit, Mike is hearing this, they're like, okay, we got real fucking problems. If nobody ordered this hit and motherfuckers are freestyle, if this is what no leadership freestyle look like, it's just begun. We got to get leadership in the prison. Right? We got to do something. Drastic times call for drastic measures. So he pulls up on my favorite character next to Mike. Like, Mike is 1A and Bunny is 1B. I fucking love them. I love their relationship. Bunny is killing this role. Never seen dude before in my life. First acting role I've ever seen him in. And I gotta say, he's doing a phenomenal job. One would say I'm giving him winner of the episode this one. So Mike is hot looking for him. Of course, Bunny on top of the roof. He ain't coming down. That yard shit is dead. Alright? And Mike is like barking on him like, what the fuck? Them was your people, them was Crips. They did this. Did you call that shit? What's going on? He like, no, Mike. I didn't. And he was telling him how hard it is to implement somebody. Every time I try to get somebody to lead inside, they just get whacked. It's like a fucking free-for-all. It ain't just like I could pick some random nigga and just put him in charge. You got to be earned. You got to be vetted. There's a lot of things that go into it. And I'm like, damn, gangbanging really got some structure where they at. Not in Chicago, I can tell you that much. Don't nobody run shit in Chicago. Well, nobody. I know. You might have your little factions. You might have your little groups who like moving real militant, like the older dudes that's got some of the younger ones on lock, maybe call a few shots. There's a few select. Very few, though. Not to the extent of, what's going on out here, like, as far as, like, being in charge and running shit goes. No. It's a lot of free-for-alling out here in Chicago. A lot of unsanctioned shit going on. So, it's interesting to see other people's take on it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Structure. That'd probably be nice. If you're going to do something illegal or even deadly, at least do it to the people that's playing the fucking game. At least have somebody that says, yeah, that's a good idea. No, that's a bad idea. Let's not just have a bunch of people pill popping making bad decisions. It's just not going to bode well for anybody. But at the same time, there's like 8 billion gangs in Chicago. Like, well, there's a lot. So it's probably hard to wrangle that thing together. But anyway, um, so through that discussion, Mike is like, okay, I got an idea. This is gonna fuck you up though. It's gonna sting. And he's like, how bad? Like, pretty fucking bad. Like, it's gonna be the worst thing imaginable, but it could work. All right, are you in? And Bunny is desperate. He's tired of being sequestered to a fucking rooftop, and he would love to get some power back. He'd love to get some structure going. And he's telling Mike like, yo, I trust you, Mike, so fuck it. You lead the way. I'll follow. I got this. And I was like, that's such a big move by Bunny. For real. He's a leader. He's a boss. He's a king in his own land. And yet, he can say, it was even more kingly for him to say, look, you take lead, I'll follow. And that's a problem amongst men a lot of times. Ego. Like, if we could just designate somebody to be in charge, whether it be business or a team or anything, if you would just acknowledge somebody's, you know what, you're the guy. Let's at least try it. I'm going to do everything you say. Let's see if this fucking works. Right? If you're a rapper and you're trying to lead your team of rappers or whatever you're doing, if you could just be like, this is the guy. That takes leadership to allow somebody to lead. That's leadership in itself. You know, that's a good lesson. So Bunny making that move really puts himself out there, really shows like his admiration for Mike. And Mike understands that. And it even brings them, I don't know, because they claim they're not friends. Every time that word's brought up, every time Bunny jokes with him about being friends, Mike is like, I'm not your fucking buddy. I'm not your buddy, Bunny. And I'm just like, but you are. It's like I don't know, just stubbornness. It's the stubbornness of Mike, like, motherfucker, you my friend, man. Give me a hug. You know, it's one of them situations. But Mike's like, okay, I'm about to call. He was like, okay, well, I need all the heads of the major gangs together. Get it together. I don't give a fuck how you do it. Well, I mean, we're gonna all link up. So he calls his little boo thang detective, tells her to round up the dudes. Okay? We're finna have this fucking thing ironed out. We're gonna have a little kumbaya and tell them the plan going forward. And his plan, he was like, what I want you to do is arrest them for some bullshit gun charges, but I need you to be able to let them out, to drop the charges at the same time. I need to get them into the prison, establish leadership, and then I need you to get them to back the fuck up out of there, okay? So that they could trust me and we get this thing going again. Now, on paper, that sounds like a solid plan. In reality, that's a hard fucking pill to swallow. It truly is. Voluntarily going to prison and hoping a motherfucker let you up out of there, that's... And then hoping that when you get in there, you ain't attacked on your wake up with a bag of bricks and shit. Like, so you really got to be that motherfucker to go up in there and think you just gonna walk up out of there when it's time to. Yeah, on paper, good. Mike's mind, risky, but it'll work. But in reality, it's a rough one. And we're still dealing with this Iris bullshit. Right? I'm gonna get Iris right the fuck up out of here. Real quickly. Say it with me, guys. You can't turn a hoe into a house guest. Oh, you thought I was gonna say housewife. Actually, contrary to popular belief, I think, just in my own brain, when I have time to sit there and think about nonsense, I'm like, maybe a retired hoe would be the absolute perfect wife. Like, she's been out there, she's fucked who she wanted to, and was like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. I just want this one guy. I'm good with this. And then, in case she ever wants to bust out them old skills, she got one dude she could perform all these magic tricks for. Like, it just feels like that could work. They'll be loyal. They'll probably be honest. Because they ain't going to give a fuck. They done played the game. They done been fed bullshit by several different men. It could bring a whole different type of communication, a whole different type of honesty. Think about it. Think about it. But a house guest is totally different. I haven't worked that out. And Iris has shown that. Right? When she was screaming at his mama house, just because Mike's brother was reluctant to have this, A, whore in his house with his wife and his child upstairs sleeping and their mom in the next room, that's a valid issue. B, there's a dangerous motherfucker on the lurk looking for her. Maybe I don't want you bringing this dangerous, like, what they put on, bait to the house in the event that he comes to collect and doesn't give a fuck who's in front of him. So you're doing this, and he has his reservations. She overhears, now she's ready to dip. Not mad at her. I wouldn't want to be someplace I'm not wanted, got it. However, when Mike tries to go and be like, no, it's good, just come on. And she starts screaming and flipping, let me go. I was like, okay, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, you was not finna come to my mama house screaming at the top of your lung like, shorty, relax. Nobody is harming you. You need to bring it down. Okay, we was just on the fucking boat chilling. And then I tried to save you, but you wasn't having it. So, look, this is where we at. So, mom comes through with a nice tempered talk, a nice little conversation, because she works with women in prison. So she's kind of got that way about her. Calms her down, tells her, hey, you're welcome here. The bedroom is up there. Go lay your ass down. Because I'm trying to sleep. You're fucking starting shit. But she ain't say all that. But I noticed how she felt in her heart. And my sons will work that shit out later. Right? Now, Iris is mad about, I don't know what the fuck she's upset about, but she knows exactly where to find Milo and goes running to him. Not only does she run to him, but she clutches his fucking leg like the cover of some fucking black 80s, 70s black exploitation film. Like when the pimp is sitting there in the fucking straw chair, the straw kingly chair. You know what I'm talking about? I want one of those chairs, by the way. If y'all can find one of those chairs, could you send me one? Could you buy it for real? And say, I want the one that all... Look, if you got a black mama or daddy that's old enough, or even grandparents, look in that photo album. I almost guarantee 100% of one of the photos is like them sitting in this like wickered fucking throne chair. I know it exists. I know it just goes. I want that wicker chair. I want it. It has no place it could go in my house. But I don't give a fuck. Rail wants what he wants. So if you get the bead on it, let me know. And so she's like clutching onto him and he's telling her how she's home. And I was like, this bitch went back to Milo. Like, okay. I said, so now, can we just throw this whole bitch away? We're done trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho, right? This is over, right? Psh, tossed. And then Mike finds out she disappeared. Now he's upset. But now the real crux of it, what I thought was my favorite scene by far is Bunny's interaction with the cops outside. And Mike is like, you guys are children. Like you can see that he has no control over the police. And he's trying to do them a solid. And they want war. They ready to go back at it. The guards want a round two and the prisoners want a round two. And somehow Mike is the only barrier separating these two. So it's a very thin barrier. And so when they discuss it and when Bunny finds out, like, bro, this was your plan? Us going to jail? He's like, man, I told you it was going to sting. Like, fucking just, it is what it is, bro. Like, this was going to take. And Bunny tells him, you better be a man of your word. You better fucking come get me. He was like, I'm going to come get y'all. If it don't take you long to get your house in order, you're coming right on out. So go ahead and take care of business. So when they pull up in the bus, the best scene, when all the motherfuckers at the gate, smashing at the gate, thinking it's new meat, thinking they finna taunt and scream and do all that goofy shit, when they see Bunny, the white Aryan dude, the Mexican dude, and the other blood guy get off the bus, them motherfuckers are deadly silent. They like, oh, shit. And in the way Bunny walks through, talking about, yeah, the devil's here now. And motherfuckers like, and he's eyeballing motherfuckers as he's walking down the line. I said, ooh, I ain't never seen this side of Bunny. We only seen the fun-loving, tempered Bunny. We've seen even the scared, nervous Bunny. We ain't never seen Devil Bunny. And he got off that bus, and I'm way more than excited to see what he looks like in prison and how they hold it down. But that's episode 3. That's going to be sometime tomorrow, maybe. Like I said, we'll be caught up by Monday. Don't take my word for it. But with that, protect your health, yourself, and wealth, man. Your boy Real is out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Real. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,